I feel really sad when I listen to stories about people who have completed a 4 year and more degree program, and after a year and more, they are still jobless and unemployed. Some even after 10 years. It really hurts my heart. But in a different perspective, I think some of us also contribute to this predicament. But it's not a time to push blames. We are here purposely because of this issue, because you can turn your thesis around and make money out of your thesis instead of just dumping it on the shelf and walking away. Welcome to Personal Grooming with Grace. If you genuinely want to learn all the skills, virtues, and knowledge that you will need to grow exponentially and become a person of value, then this channel is for you. As a food scientist, I also share healthy eating tips that you will need to build a very healthy and attractive body. With this said, let me give you some seconds to subscribe if you have not done so already. Lots of students finish schools and just dump their thesis or their research projects and take their certificates and leave. Most of them did very, very valuable projects that can really be turned into something valuable for money making. But because they are just done with degree and all that they were looking for from the beginning was a certificate, they just leave their project with their supervisors and they are gone. And they stay home looking for jobs. Meanwhile, what they research on or the product they develop during their uni time can really make them money. And that is the reason why I made this video for you, because there are channels that you can use your thesis to make money from. Because I'm a food scientist, I will share my experience in my field. But hey, you will get value for whatever field you practice in. You can just transform the knowledge and relate it to your field. So without wasting my time, let's get right into channel number 1. You can turn your research into a book. Yes, a book. In fact, most of our researchers have findings that can impact society. Valuable findings that can be converted into exciting books for people to read. But what most of us do is that we just publish it in a journal, and a lot of people do not read. At most, just your colleagues will use it for reference in their other researches. And it does not really impact society. But if you can communicate your findings, whether in science, social science, architecture, planning, whatever, into a very exciting book, communicated to the layman that people can read and understand and not too scientific, you can make money out of it. Let's see examples of people who have been able to convert their thesis into money. This particular doctor worked on defending dictatorship in an Arab country and ended up turning his book, as you can see on the screen.
PhD. So firstly, as you should be able to see from the images before you, to the left we have the front cover for my PhD thesis, and next to it the book cover for the published book based on my thesis. What are some of the differences here? Firstly, we see that the PhD thesis is a very long title.
There are other people who have worked their master's thesis, undergraduate thesis, PhD thesis, and have turned it into a book. So why do you think you cannot do it? You can. You can. It's just a way you think about your research and transform it into how people can consume it and enjoy the content or the research that you made. Okay, let's go to number 2. Channel number 2. Your research project can be converted into a business. Most of our students work on developing a new product, especially in my field as a food scientist. We work on developing new food products. Sometimes we work on a lot of things that can be sold to the market, because the market is always looking for new varieties. They want new taste, they want new flavor. So we develop these things, and after we are done with our research or done with school, we are just excited about having a certificate. Meanwhile, we have a very valuable product that customers can patronize, and you can use it as your own business without even having to be employed. But no, we just dump it on the shelf and we move away with certificates. But today I am telling you that you can use your product or your project as a business, and that is where I found myself. Yes, I know that sometimes funding can be very difficult because as a student you do not have startup funding, but that is why I made this video. After mentioning all the channels, we will go into how we can make this possible. I developed a baby food product during my undergraduate project, and after going through all the steps that we will discuss later on in this video, I was able to sustain a funding of about $100,000 to fund my project. So it is possible. And that is why I want you to think in that light and know that your research thesis can be used to make money. Channel number 3 is course creation. you can create a course out of your research thesis. So it depends on what thesis you did or what research you did. But looking at what research you did, you can use it to create a course. Maybe you developed a new kind of yogurt. Maybe you optimized the process of doing yogurt. You can create a course where people can log on and learn how to do yogurt and how to market yogurt. It is not just about the research you did, but you can learn outside of what you did and add it up to all the information you have and create a very complete course that people will patronize. It will shock you that people are even looking for that solution. And the moment you create it and you launch it, people will just pay you and go and have that course. The last channel number 4 that I'll talk about, is coaching and consultation. If you did a program like nutrition or dietetic, this should come just so handy for you, because you have learned all the things that we have to do to be able to have this healthy body. You've learned all the tricks about nutrition, and from first year to final year, all your lecture notes and all the things that you have learned, including the project that you did, should give you a lot of knowledge about this field. And you can be a coach or you can consult for people, not just about what you learned, but you can just go online, go to any of the platform that have courses and learn additional ones. Not leaving out people who did architecture, planning, agribusiness, all those courses. There is a place for you. You just have to sit down and think about what you can do with the knowledge that you have. Life is all about learning. We have to be lifelong learners. Learn additional courses that you can add up and make your coaching complete, and keep learning and learning and learning until you can not learn again. That is when you die. So please, you can convert your thesis or your project or your academic program that you did in school into a coaching or a consulting firm. With this said, let's go to how you can start all of these things and make it possible. So how can we go about this to be able to have this kind of results? The first one I would say is mindset change. It actually starts from before you start school. And this is something that no one told a lot of us, including myself. No one told us. If we had known some of these knowledges, like we have done a lot of things, but we did not know, and that is okay. That is okay. It's a learning process. But for you who is about to enter, who is in first year, second year, now starting school, have a mindset change. During my undergraduate education, I encountered a lot of people who thought that going to the university is a waste of time. Yes, I know, maybe because they themselves or their circle of friends are people who have finished university and have been in the house. But this is what I call limiting belief. And the question I always ask myself is that what is the sample size they use to arrive at that conclusion? So it is important that we protect our mind, because what we read, what we listen to, the people that we look up to can really change our mind, can really change our thoughts, our thinking patterns. So it's important that you protect yourself, have a mindset change, that no matter what, when you complete school, you will be able to do something with your knowledge, with your certificates, with your project. Because I have never for once thought that I will be in the house or be unemployed after school, not even for once. It would not even enter into my mind, because I have protected the sanity of my mind. You cannot pollute my mind. I am only influenced by the word of God. That is what makes me, and that is who I am. So you don't have to be influenced by what people think or what the thoughts that people throw at you, because it can influence your mind and limit you for a very long time. Personally, my mindset goes beyond sustaining a job to creating a job. I mean, we have personality differences, but if yours is to also get a job or be employed, never think that employment is difficult and people have to pay bribe and all of this. It does not work like that. When I finished my master's degree, the first work I got, it was just on WhatsApp. I just saw the opportunity, I applied, I attended interview, and I was employed to manage a private school. No bribing, nothing like corruption. So it is your mindset. In fact, if you are in university right now, you have to vet your mindset, because the law of attraction says that whatever you focus on, think about, read about, and talk about intensely, you are going to attract more into your life. The second thing to do is to start with the end in mind. When you are choosing your programs, when you are trying to know which program you have to do, when you are choosing your project topic, make sure that you brainstorm to know which of the topics that you are choosing is hot on the market, it's trending kind of thing. It has probability of bringing you value, it has probability of getting you employed, it has probability of giving you findings that can be converted into money. So don't just choose anything, seek counsel, and don't forget your passion. what is your passion? If you don't follow your passion, sometimes it can be very miserable because you don't like the work you are doing, or you don't like where you are right now, and you'd have to pause and go and do something different. That would be a waste of time. So consider all of these things and put it into practice. Even if your project is a funded project, have a mindset that you want to have those results at the end of your project. You want to be able to make a business out of it, write a book out of it, make a consultancy, something out of it. When you do that, when you start with that mind, as you read, your mind attracts all the ideas that makes all the things that you are thinking possible. It attracts it to you. So when you are reading, your mind is open because you have already automated your mind. That is what you want to do. So it is in your subconscious. So as you are reading, your mind will bring possible ideas, possible business ideas, possible book topics into your mind. And this is how you get that result at the end of your studies. The moment you start with the end in mind, it makes the learning journey very easy and very exciting because you have an end that you are looking up for. You have a book that you think that you want to write. You have a course that you want to create. So it makes learning very easy because there is a joy to look up to. Just like Jesus. The Bible says that because of the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross, despising its shame. So when you have that joy, when you have that end in mind, you are able to ease the process because you know what you will get out of this. Aside research, beginning with the end in mind also means that analyzing your journey to know what you will need to build a successful career at the end of your study. So what do you need to build a successful career? You will need network, you will need business partners, you will need promoters, you will need influencers. So groom yourself toward that. During your studies, groom yourself toward all these things. Build a team spirit. See beyond course mates. Learn how to communicate effectively. Being it face to face, being it by phone, by text message, by email. Sometimes how we even send email is very appalling. Mixing please and kindly in the same sentence. You have to groom yourself to be able to stand out. Your brand actually starts from the school. Some of us, we did not know these things when we were undergraduate students. And this is how much I am passionate about. The third key I want to talk about is collaboration. Collaboration is key. Apart from building the right mindset, you need to be able to collaborate with people. Actually, when you are one person, your ideas dies with you. But when you are a team, you'll be able to carry the idea from one generation to the other if you have that team spirit and that bonding. So you would be doing a lot of mini projects in your undergraduate studies, in your master studies, in your PhD studies. When you've been able to successfully collaborate to do the projects, if your mentality tells you that those projects can be very successful for building a business, for doing this, look at how the team worked and be able to select which people you can work with or which people you can throw the idea of, let's start a business with this project, or let's do this with this project. People will be able to jump on your idea, and by the time you are done with school, you have a business. So look out for people that you can collaborate with, even if it is not in school. Look out for people that when you were doing business with, they had team spirit, they have this, they had that, and when you are out of school, you can reach out to them, that can we do this together, because you have studied them over the years and you know that they are valid people. They have that qualification and those virtues and all of those things that you can use to bring them in building a business. So collaboration is very key, and you have to open your eyes while you are in school to be able to select these people that you can collaborate with. Your lecturer can be your partner, your project supervisor can be your partner, your classmates can be your partner. So it does not really matter. Personally, my research project was what my senior colleague did. So he developed baby food and found out that the amount of nutrients was low. So the idea was thrown to me, and then I had to build upon the project and then make sure that the nutrient that we need for the product is very high. And when I did, it was successful. It was successfully done. So today, myself and him has collaborated on the product because we know that the product is very good for the market. The product can help babies. So we decided to collaborate and build a business around it, and we've got funding for the project, and the rest is history. So you have to be able to identify people who can collaborate with you and get that idea that you have in mind done. Now, the last key I want to talk about is jumping on opportunities. Do not have that mindset that I am schooling, so I cannot do this. Well, it depends on you. It depends on how you know yourself. So you have to know yourself. But you should be able to jump on opportunities even when you are in school. Some of the opportunities I got, I was in school and then I jumped on it. I decided to manage my time wisely. While I school, I do this. And when I completed my master's, I got my certificate and I got a business. because during the time I was able to jump on an opportunities where we had to pitch ideas, form teams and pitch ideas, and luckily my team won and was funded $50,000. So currently I am managing 3 startups at a time, because I've been jumping on one idea and another. So it's important that you make use of the ideas that, of the opportunities that you get, those that you see online, those that you see people post on their statuses, those that you see on social media. Jump on those opportunities, because you may never know which of them will actually make you what you want to be or what you have always been thinking of doing, which of them will support you to push your idea on the market. So don't relent on jumping on opportunities. And if your circle does not bring you opportunities, try following other people. Follow companies that are helping. Soli Elumelu Foundation, Cosmos Innovation Center. There are many opportunities, many companies and many foundations that are helping young people to start up their ideas. Follow these people, because if you don't follow it, when they throw out the opportunity, you cannot apply. So try as much as possible to jump on any opportunity you see. And I know that if you are able to follow all of these things, you will be able to turn what you have learned, turn your education into something relevant beyond the walls of the university. So if you are still in school, kindly assimilate everything within this video and make up your mind that you will make your education very valuable. If you have completed, it is not too late, not at all. You can still think about it, think about what you did, your research, all the knowledge you have, and then restructure your mind and build something out of it. So I'll sign out from here, and until then, I'll see you in my next video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Bye bye.